Hello. I want to start a coffee business online and need your help. I will need a fully exhaustive list of all the steps and things I need to know and do to make this happen. All right. So, ChatGPT is going to launch my brand new coffee business. It's going to be an online coffee business. And I'm going to ask it everything from the list that it's about to give me, everything I need to know and do in order to make this happen. ChatGPT goes to work in a little less than a couple of seconds, will give me an entire list. And then I'm going to show you a little more detailed explanation on how you can launch a coffee business. If you don't know anything about coffee, you don't know anything about e-commerce, and you're trying to launch a online coffee business, this is going to be the video you want to watch from beginning to end. And you can even take notes of what I ask and what I prompt it to do in order for this to be effective and truly help you out. Okay, so right off the bat, it gives me everything: market research, a business plan and what it should entail. And I'm going to go in more detail in a second. Legal structure and permits, covers branding, product selection, e-commerce platforms, knowing which e-commerce platform you should go on, and what even is an e-commerce platform if you're all new to this. Website development, photography descriptions, shipping and packaging, payment gateway. Wow, this is pretty. I wish I had. I wish I had ChatGPT 14 years ago to help me launch my e-commerce business, because I didn't know anything about all this. Now I know all this stuff like the back of my hand, but it's good to know. And I'm trying to show you how ChatGPT can minimize the amount of time it takes for you to create any food business. So we're going to go at the top really quick here on the top. So market research. Again, if you're a newbie, you want to explain this in detail and simply copy and paste that to the box and hit go. And then let it do its thing. It's showing you the market research and what you should be doing in order to effectively create a market research analysis. Okay. So right off the bat, here it is. Market research is a crucial business starting a business such as this. You're going to identify your objectives, understand the coffee industry, target audience analysis, competitor analysis. So you want to identify your direct and indirect competitors. It gives you a brief but yet effective outline of each and every one of these topics. Okay. Pricing analysis, marketing trends, and so on. This is absolutely amazing. Before, this would take you months, or you would have to buy and pay somebody, a company, to actually do all this for you. Next up, great. A business plan. All right, so this is extremely important. Not only to get funding, but a business plan. Please explain in detail. There we go. And then copy and paste it. As you go through this, simply copy and paste each step, and it will break it down for you. This is amazing. And it's specific to coffee industry and the coffee business. Okay. So understand that as well. 9 different sections. Traditionally, actually, business plans in general will have the same gist of the outline, but the specifics inside of those outlines will be different. Obviously, executive summary is the same if you're starting a restaurant, a cafe, a coffee business, a food truck, whatever it may be. Okay. Then also comparing descriptions, comparing company descriptions. Sorry about that. Market analysis and product services, what you're going to have, what kind of coffee you're going to make, marketing, sales strategy. How are you going to market, and what is your sales strategy for your coffee business? So it goes into detail here. Okay. So that is the business plan. So let's go back up here. Now, again, you can go through all of these here, and just for time's sake, I will go ahead and not elaborate on every single one of these aspects, because you can take these prompts, like I said, go to ChatGPT, create yourself your account. They're free, by the way. Get in there and then use the 3.5. There's a ChatGPT 3.5 version. I actually pay for the premium version, which gives me the access to ChatGPT4, but you can still do this with 3.5. Now, all of this stuff is great information, but now let's take a look at some other things here. Great. Can you list 30 website domain, get this right, domain names? I got brand new glasses on today, guys. My apologies. I could potentially, now let me explain use on my website. Now, let me explain something to you. This will actually go ahead and create a list of 30 website domain names that you could potentially use. Why I say potentially is that once this creates the list, you need to make sure that you go through either GoDaddy, Weebly.com, HostGator, any of those other websites. When you get the domain name, you want to make sure that it's not taken. Okay? So look at this 30 of them in a lot less than, I think, 2 seconds it took to do this. Dailygrindcoffee.com, Bean Connoisseur, Coffee Crafters. Now, some of these may potentially be taken, some of them may not be. So simply copy and paste that onto GoDaddy's web domain search to see if the name is available. So great. So this can brainstorm the coffee business name for you. Next up, I need a creative name for my coffee business. Can you, here we go. Can you list 40 names? And again, these are potential names. When you get your business filings and you get your LLC and you get your business license in your state, city, and county, and so on. Now, keep in mind that what you want to do is that you're going to actually make sure these names are in a name search within the state. Make sure that these names are not taken. Okay. Brew, Craze, Corner, etc. Now, keep in mind, Caffeine Cabana, that's kind of cool. If you take one of these, you can actually check it also to see if you can get the domain. Now, it obviously makes sense if you can to make the domain name for your coffee business specifically the same as your coffee brand of your business name. So if it happens to be Cup of Crafters, make me cupofcrafters.com. Check into that as well. But at least here, it's brainstorming for you over 40 different names that you can actually use, okay? All right, so next up, what should my logo design include for my coffee brand? Now, really quick, if you want to get a logo designed for you, you can get this on Fiverr. I've actually used Fiverr before. I've used Fiverr, I think, about 2 or 3 dozen times now. But they've created a lot of different logos for me. I've always had a great experience. A couple of them haven't been very good. But at the end of the day, when you approach somebody on Fiverr, this is the information right here. That's the information that you want to relay to them, that you want to understand about your logo design for your coffee brand. Okay. All of these things, color scheme, typography is very important as well. The uniqueness, obviously, versatility. So, is it something that can be used on all of your coffee products? If you happen to create a huge line of coffees, can it be used on them? Sometimes certain logos don't really go really well with other products, even within your own product line. Consistency, scalability, even believe it or not, emotional appeal. There are logos, and logos that are more and most effective have an emotional ability to move you emotionally, either make you happy or make you question things or make you sad, whatever it may be. Next up, thanks. This is all great. I have another request. Okay. And of course, I'm still wearing my new glasses. Bingo. Okay. Another request. So, pricing. How do you determine pricing for coffee? So, again, if you're a newbie at the coffee business and coffee industry, what you want to keep in mind too is pricing. You have to understand that when you're selling a product online, there's a lot of other fees that come along with that. Not simply just selling this in bulk to a retailer and having the retailer resell the product, but when you're selling it online, you want to make sure that you understand all aspects of the pricing because that way, otherwise, you will end up underpricing your product. It won't be profitable enough and you'll be out of business. So let's see what it actually did, what it recommends for pricing. Here's a fantastic, this is why I love ChatGPT so much. I wish I had it again, like I said, 13, 14 years ago. I would have saved so much time and mistakes and such. Okay, so these are some aspects. There's 10 specific things you want to come into mind. Obviously, your cost of goods, okay, your COGS, as it's known. Your overhead costs come into play. Your desired profit margin. Is there a specific profit margin that you're actually anticipating or you're looking to have as well? Competitor analysis. Understanding what your competitors are charging also gives you a great way to understand pricing, value perception, and the market demand, and so on. Promotions, seasonal considerations, and price sensitivity. Now, price sensitivity is really unique because that is an aspect that sometimes your ingredients, the price of coffee, which is a commodity, will fluctuate. It will go up and down. That really does obviously affect your end price point, especially when you're selling online. Let's go to the next one now. Great. What about packaging? What would you recommend for packaging my coffee? And again, my apologies. I have new glasses on. There we go. No, packaging, not packaging. There it is. Okay, packaging my coffee. Fantastic. So let's scroll down and see what it has here. Now, this is aside from the idea of logo, this is aside from the idea of branding and such. This is really specifically the package itself. The bag. What type of bag? Resealable bag, non resealable. Airtight, vacuum sealed, not vacuum sealed. It also will depend upon the type of coffee you have. If you have whole bean coffee, if you've got ground coffee, if you have espresso ground coffee, many of these will have certain types of bags that really are better for that type of a grind as opposed to the other. So airtight containers, even branded packaging, that would be designing the actual packaging. So your logo and your information is directly on the bag as opposed to a label. Informational labels, size options. You want to keep that in mind as well when you're bulk packaging. Maybe you're going to sell a 5, 10, or 20 pound bag. It doesn't matter, but you need to be aware of what type of packaging is out there based upon the size of your packaging as well. Great. This is a great start to my business. Thank you. But what else would you recommend for, my hand typed a few too many there. There we go. For me to know about coffee selling online. All right, so this is great because again, you're having a conversation with one of the most ingenious robots on the planet that knows a lot about everything, pretty much. So you want to ask it, hey, you know what? Is there anything else that you might want to throw at me that I could potentially learn or know or should know in order for this to work? So it pretty much recaps everything. Quality of the coffee. You want to emphasize customer experience. Product variety is important too. Can you launch Damien? Can you launch a coffee business with just one or two bags or one types of coffee? You probably could. I don't recommend to the clients when I do my consulting that you start any type of food business with just one single product, but you can have a product and a variation of flavor profiles and such. That's always good too. Subscription model, shipping and delivering. These are some things. Social media presence. One other thing that comes to mind. Okay, so what platforms online would you say are the best and why? Of course, as an AI model, this is probably going to tell me I can't tell you what's the best, but I could recommend. There it is. So anyway, so then here it goes. It goes all the way through all of the different varieties of e-commerce platforms that you can choose from. Social media, of course, Instagram, Facebook, selling on Etsy, Amazon Marketplace, Square Online Store. WooCommerce is a fantastic one with a WordPress plugin. Shopify, e-commerce websites that are self-hosted, and of course, big commerce. Okay, so all of these are fantastic. This will give you an understanding that explains briefly what they are and who they are. You can dig a little deeper and ask them more about it. So this is the gist of what you need to know in order to launch a coffee business and have ChatGPT do it for you. Literally, like 80% of your business is pretty much done right here through all of this information. So if this was helpful, guys, as always, do give me a big thumbs up. Thank you for all the super thanks. If this was truly helpful, anything that you donate, of course, helps keep our lights on and the studio up and running. So thank you for the super thanks if this was really helpful. And of course, share this with anybody that you know who might be opening a coffee business. I'll see you guys on our next video.